All right, back with a little quick follow-up video on everything last night. I know I commented about it being plug and play. Well, it's not so much. It turns out it does actually require some programming. I got up this morning, I was all excited, peeking out the window. It's like, ooh, the sun's coming up. I want to see it flip around and find the sun. And, by like 8:30, that still hadn't happened. And I was like, okay, something's messed up. So I went down here and I found it locked out on solar light low. That's what it calls it, SL lock. And after I went back and read the instructions, went through everything, I figured it out this morning. It has a nighttime mode, and you have to tell it what to do when it enters nighttime mode. And basically what it does is you have to tell it the amount of time that it takes to go from a full eastward deployment to a full westward deployment. So the full amount of time it takes to rotate from one side to the other. You put that in as one of the settings. Then the second setting, you tell it how long you want it to run going the other direction to where you want it to stay for the night. Okay? So, and it looks like, according to the screen, it's parked for the night right now. The light levels have dropped below the thresholds. You have to set them. My threshold was 0.75, and the light levels currently that it's displaying are 0.72 and 0.75, and it's flickering back and forth between tracking and staying locked. Right now it wants to track, but now it's back to lock. So I guess we're kind of right at the edge of it right now. I know it takes 2 minutes for it to go from one side to the other. So I set it for 1 minute going backwards. I was hoping for flat. I didn't quite get that. We're almost flat. So I need to probably raise that another 10 seconds, 15 seconds to get it flat. And that will allow the photo sensor to see the sun in the morning, because when I came out here from the night, it was still locked over here because I didn't give it any instructions. So the sensor could not see the sun because it was rotated too far around this way. So I guess ideally you could just have it rotate completely eastward, and then you'll make sure it finds the sun in the morning. I was going for flat just in case we had a high winds or something. Flat is where I want it, which is also the same way you don't need limit switch to set the anemometer for wind conditions. You set it the same way, and basically what it does is it travels all the way west, so you give it a time length to get there, and you want to make sure that time is at least the minimum it takes to go from all the way one side to all the way the other side. And it'll just run that time out. If it gets there, it'll just count it down. Then you tell it how long you want it to rotate the other way to get back to whatever position you want it for high winds. So I guess I know it takes about 2 minutes to go from lock to lock on it, and I put 60 seconds to come back. It's probably not quite enough. Probably need to make it say 70 seconds, and I may try that here again. I just wanted to make a quick little follow-up. So we're supposed to get some storms tonight, some rain, some high winds. So we'll get some real world data, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. I came out yesterday and I replaced the wire for the controls with some actual SO cable, all zip tied up, welded up a battery shelf to hold the battery, tied the battery in through some conduit to a battery charger. So that's what these wires are, just keeping the battery hot. I'm probably going to move the battery inside the building, I think, and just run feed out here. It's a long ways for 12 volts. It's probably 300 feet. But it only pulls 10 amps, and I've got number 10 wire. So that's good for 30 amps. So it should be okay. I went ahead and sealed up the rest of the plugs and made the little box waterproof. And got my little slacks and everything so it can spin around and do its thing. And real quick, I noticed some guys that said something about how I was holding it down on the top. And I just did a little bit of quick math. I'm using, it's wire rope, 7-core, and if you look, it's got about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of slack. So if the wind does hit it, it can pick it up maybe 1/4 inch. Of course, it would have to pick it up about 2 inches to get it out of the holder. So that should be sufficient. And that rope, wire rope, is rated for 5,000 pounds. And I did the math on those with the panels, and what that works out to is a lot more than the panels would sustain. The panels would blow out of the frames, come apart at the amount of wind speed. Even at 100 miles an hour of wind, that'll hold. The panels won't hold. Oh, we got enough light now. You see it's moving? It's hunting. Oh, that quit. It was like, got enough light? Oh, wait, no. So, and I guess that could be what's happened, is it's hunted around enough. Maybe it hasn't come all the way back to lock. I don't know. We're supposed to get some rain and some high winds tonight, so I'm gonna watch it and see what it does. After I got it programmed this morning, it did rotate on around, find the sun. It tracked it all day long. It was pretty cool to look out there and see the panels rotate a little bit and follow them during the day. I was like, well, that's pretty neat. So I'm going to keep an eye on what it does tonight, and I'll give y'all an update tomorrow. That's it.